endlessly searching for an original sound.
Trying to pop in the mic whenever you're ready. Okay, I'm going to start the call up. Let's hope this works.
Hey,
Hello. Now, is it Mora? How do I say your
it's
name?
Mora. Yeah, I was hearing Menorah or
I know
some
I
sort.
got I kept saying it backwards. I do that from time to time. I'm sorry. You've seen how I
No, that's
play
totally
games.
fine. Yeah, I see the inconsistencies in either like
Dyslexia is
the
fun.
the dyslexia, the sort of the paramount issue,
Spazziness.
like reading it and
Oh,
spazzing.
G-Zone died. Why? No, tell him he can't go ghost yet. Get him in here.
He's a ghost. I'm trying to pull him in here. I was almost gonna set him an alarm clock about half. Oh, by the way, are we
He's
live? Like,
awake. Yes, we are.
perfect. I basically I was worried about him last night because
I know he's
we have like
sick.
he is sick. He's overworking himself, and he he's pretty much in a sporadic sort of sleep schedule right now because we're trying to get the update out, really quick. But he's been having trouble like
You can take it.
overworking himself,
Okay,
and
every artist I know does this, and every game developer. You guys need to stop overworking yourselves. And
I go to I go to
G-Zone, get in the
prompt like
call.
sleep schedules. I always make sure that I like past a certain point in the AM, I make sure like okay, time to nap, and then I sleep in the rest of the day. So then I'm like up. I'm it would be like a night owl sort of thing.
Oh, being a night owl there's nothing wrong with that. There he
No,
goes. He's learning. He's learning. Let's see if we can ring him. Come on, answer. You can do it, G-Zone. So guys, give us a second. We're just waiting for him to answer. And you guys, again, you guys can ask any questions. These are the guys that are creating Danny Phantom Amity Park, which is the fan game you guys have been enjoying the hell out of for
hmm
whatever reason. I don't know why. I do like the people that have yelled at me for getting the voices wrong and saying I need to get them exactly like the show. And I just kind of stare at that comment and I'm like, you might be retarded.
I mean, how many? You're not going to be versatile like Rob Paulson person who can just like
I mean,
pop
I
in
can
20
do
different.
different voices, but male voice is a little hard. And there's how many characters in the game?
I mean, I don't know how many voices like a person like Rob Paulson or a person like who's another notable like Phil Lamar. I don't know how
Oh,
many
Phil and
like
Mars is
female people he
sweet.
voices. It's just male spectrums
I
and
think
female
G-Zone
spectrums.
is
They're
figuring
different.
out Discord.
They're completely different animals. So, G-Zone, get in the chat, man. Get in the
No,
interview.
G-Zone, get in the...
I'm not I am not interesting or talented enough to
I might
hold
have
this
to,
entire
I
conversation.
just answer the call. He might have to, hold on. Hold on, I'll be right back. We're gonna have some fun with this. Give me a second, guys. Hello?
Hey guys.
Hold on, let me go get more,
Listen.
there we go. We shall figure this out.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, come on, not again. We just had him.
All the transatlantic like cables are breaking down and we can't contact Germany.
Oh no, he's German, that's why. Guys, the
Yeah.
Germans are taking your game. Why is he having such an issue, though?
I don't know. I feel like this is his little ploy to keep his anonymity.
He was on for
This
2
is like
seconds and
his
then he just kind of, when I made it a group, he vanished.
he's playing coy.
That or I'll have to try another way of doing this. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Damn it. This always... Okay, you guys always know there's going to be tech support problems in my streams. We'll get them. Don't you worry. I know. Okay, for those asking for more Amity Park, they are busy working on it. As
Yeah,
you
we
can
have
see,
not
we're having some issues.
people bought every day ask us if we've abandoned the project and I'm like, no,
Huh?
if you look at our schedule,
I
we
said in the
just
last
released in
video that I
August.
did that you guys would be updating soon. Okay, so I do want to explain this for those that don't know. Creators take time to create things. They don't do it in just a day.
No, certainly not.
You saw what happened with October's last update, how people had a hissy fit.
Yeah, people were really down on him. And I didn't even download it because I got turned away from the negative comments. I said, well,
There's
if
nothing wrong
people,
with it. The problem was he was working on 2 games at once.
right,
So
right, mating season. What was it? Still mating season? He was
he
performing,
was
or
he had finished mating season and he was doing the touching up of the last update for Star Channel. And then from what I understand, he was going to work on a longer one. But now because of everybody getting on his shit, he now feels like he's pressured to do short updates. So congratulations to all those complaining. You
Mhm.
managed to make it worse.
I think
I did a
what was
rant
it?
video
Was it
on this
last
already.
year? Yeah, I know. Was it last year that he like got stuck in a Russian hospital because he was so sick?
I didn't
He was
even
just
know
like,
about that. I'm going to yell at him. I didn't know about that.
yeah, there was a big update that he was talking about, like why he was gone, and he was basically saying he like almost died within a hospital, and he
Well,
didn't know.
he's been gone right now, so I mean, he might have gotten sick again.
I hope not. He's a good boy.
G-Zone, are you breaking shit?
I'm excited to talk to G-Zone. This will be the first interaction we've actually had.
How are you his writer and you haven't?
Well,
Oh, for
no, I'm
God's
not.
sake, I swear I'm going to kill the man.
It isn't me transferring my files over and just us having no communication. But I've never heard him speak. We've never had a one-on-one chat such as this. I'm telling you, he's trying to play coy and mysterious.
We can't, right off the bat. Fucking, this is why no one likes Germans.
I
If you
feel
want
bad.
quality,
I'm
then why
from
did you come to
Germany.
my stream?
I'm from Germany, so I feel like I
I'm so
can't bash on
sorry.
them too hard. I can't
Everyone makes
bash on them too
mistakes.
hard. Yeah.
You know some German.
No.
How do I yell at him in German, Xander?
I think you just yell at him in English in a German accent. I think that's how it works. That's how my grandpa spoke German.
My uncle's German. I swear to God, get in the call. How
I'm
is G-Zone
0%
doing
German
this?
because the call is coming from inside Germany. That's what's spooky about it.
He's in one of the camps trying to call. I really shouldn't
Yay!
make that joke considering what
Yay!
Germany's becoming right now.
Yay!
Guys, we've already lost monetization on this one.
This is already a scandalous interview. God, I haven't even looked at
I'm
it
not
in
even
the
going to cut
chat.
all this shit out. That's how lazy I
I'm
am
gonna,
at this
I'm gonna
point.
start perusing the chat.
Yeah, talk to the chat while we wait for G-Zone to figure out Discord.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can answer any questions.
If you guys have any questions, I should explain,
Any
Mora
complaining?
is the writer for Amity Park, so if anyone wants to yell at him for not writing in my characters, please feel free.
Hey, you know what? We're trying to incorporate my own self interest,
He's
and
trying to get his OC in there. There you
I'm trying to
go.
get my OC in there, and pretty much in every game. I have
You're
I have at
terrible.
least I have at least 3 or 4 connections that are possible down the line. So yeah, I'm trying to make this universal game jumper become a thing.
This
We
is
just
why...
serve small
No, you're not
villages.
Genie. Stop that. This is
Oh
why you
yeah.
write comic books. Like I do. I write... Guys, the comic's coming out next month.
More than tech issues, you break shit. Yeah, that's
I didn't
fair.
break shit this time. G-Zone did. I can't get any blame for this one. I didn't break him. At least I don't think I broke... Did I break the German? Also, he's German? I thought he was... I think he's the first German developer we've had on.
Really? That's surprising to me. Most of the developers I know are not from America.
Well, a
Even if
lot
they're
of them
not
I
from
know
like,
are like Russian. There's a lot of Russians. Russians like porn. I mean,
yeah.
mature gaming. I will kill the fucking... Hold on.
Hey guys.
I swear to God you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? I'm going to once again invite Mahora. Or Mora. 3, 2...
No, I'm not. It's my first time to call you on Discord.
Okay. Well, I've made a group, if you can see it. The newest one. Try clicking the phone button in there. I'm going to hang up from there and then from here so that we can all talk together. Oh, this is going to be a fucking nightmare. We're trying, guys. I swear to God we're trying. There's alternate routes we can take with this if this one doesn't work. I'm going to mass murder everybody, by the way. How can you find my uncensored videos? Patreon is a great place. $5 will get you all of them. Or you can go on Xvid. Don't you laugh at me, you asshole. I see you laughing right next to me. Yeah, you pick Shark Dating Sim while I'm doing this. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to try another route on this one. So yeah, we're having a few technical difficulties. There is a way to fix this. Give me a second. I'm so glad I know how to do shit on Discord. There we go. I'll send the invites. Hopefully they'll get them. So, this is going well. Mahora, you should have gotten an invite to a Discord thing. Can you tell G-Zone to grab it too and Jim join? I'll make another invite. I will beat you so hard it's not funny. I swear I will. If you still laugh over there, I'm gonna smack you. Me fixing something would be... Fuck off, dead man. Mahora, G-Zone, get in the... Oh, I can't do this anymore. I hate you people. Hold on. I'm overacting. Let me try the call one more time. How are they not seeing these groups? Oh god! I need to move that before I kick it. I'm sorry, guys. Only knows how to destroy. I kinda do, because now even Mohora's not even answering. 13 minutes in, and I've already ruined the interview. So, how is everyone doing tonight? That's okay, you're a woman. Oh, no, I know. Women can't do tech. That's why we have men around. You see the invite, but clicking it ain't doing nothing. Is it Discord? Hold on. Let me exit Discord and restart it, because it might be on my end. So give me a second, guys. This is... I broke in Discord. Can we have a new record for this? I'm going to restart the call, because I think that's the problem's on my side. Although I'm not dropping frames. You're trying to click it, it's not clicking. It is something with Discord. Hold on, guys. Calm down. Okay, so let me try this again. Let me try dialing them again. How are you doing? You're fine, how am I? You see no invite. Do you see the group, G-Zone? I'm going to show you my fucking screen at this point, guys. Because I'm at that point in this interview, and this is going to be amazing for YouTube later.
Hello.
Oh, God, someone figured it out.
You know, the problem is that I'm getting updates from my phone, so I'm on the phone call right now.
Oh, good. Oh, good. XSplit won't even show my fucking... I'm done. Discord. Hold on. I'm trying to show you, G-Zone. Please give me a second.
Okay, this is gonna sound mean, but I'm gonna leave the call.
And then show him?
And then, well, I'm on the call right now, but I'm just gonna put down my phone, turn my phone off, and then only get information from Discord or on my computer.
That might
So
be
I
the
think
smartest thing to do.
That'll help me out at least a tad.
Go
so.
do it. By
So,
the way,
fans
here's what the
listening,
group
I'll
will
be
look
back.
like. G-Zone, God, we should have practiced this before we did this.
Maybe a bit.
I'm not showing you the rest of my Discord, guys. Because I know you guys want to see that. 10 for 10 best interview. I love all of you so much. How do I find you on Discord? You have to be part of the Discord. You're starting it up again. Yeah, it looks like everyone's having a problem with Discord. I know I was having a problem with it earlier. You don't have that? Hold on. Let me try re-inviting you. No, you're on. Let me try kicking you and re-inviting you.
I'm here. And I
Hey,
should be here for good, but
I'm going
I
to
don't know about
re-invite
it.
G-Zone because he seems to be having
Please
a
do.
problem.
I swear. And I still, I had to answer to
All right, you
distract
should be.
from,
I just invited you. I just brought you back in, dude.
to
I'm literally
distract.
watching Discord and just debating my life choices right now.
Yeah, I'm watching him trying to join too. But in the meantime,
I'm gonna
to answer
rename the
someone's
thing.
question,
Oh
to
yeah, go
answer
ahead and
someone's
answer them
question
while I'm
about,
trying to get him in here.
somebody asked us about, how is it we make our ideas? And it's predominantly, it's a
Hey
feature
guys.
that,
Holy
oh, hey,
I
crap, we
figured
fixed
out.
it!
whoa, whoa, the man himself, the man of the hour.
Pictures help. I like that I had to rename it Get In right here, G-Zone. Okay, so
Story zone.
17 minutes in. Everyone, welcome G-Zone and Mora. I keep wanting to say Mora, I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's, you know, to help you out, it's the carryover. It's Mora Zamora. It's like a
Yeah, you're
little,
not getting the whole thing. Sorry.
it's like, I know, no, but at least to help you in your own mind, it's a little
Yeah.
arch. It's like Mora Zamora.
So you guys
Something
know
like
these
that.
ones as the creators of Amity Park, and God knows I'm going to forget to completely edit out the first part of this interview. The game is really good. For those wondering, I believe the update's coming up next month or the month after?
I'll let Zone answer that.
Yeah, don't answer that. Just leave them waiting. So you guys are open to ask questions. Hopefully they can see the chats, and I've given up on life. So, speak you two. I'm going to go put my head in a corner.
Okay, you do that. To quickly, Zone, I was just going to answer one of our fans, one of our listeners' questions. Somebody asked, how is it we kind of get our ideas to start these kind of updates and story-wise, and how do we develop them? And I mean, you watched the show as a kid predominantly, right? So you have, I watched it like Fringe watch it. I didn't watch it the whole time.
Who, me? Or G-Zone?
No, I'm waiting for G-Zone. I thought he was here.
Oh, God, G-Zone, I swear if you died again.
I swear, I think he like, oh, I'm here, so I
I
can
think
go
he's just
take a water
nervous.
break. That's fine.
Oh, I
It
can
may
hear
be
him
the
breathing.
case.
What
You can
was
do
the
Yeah.
it.
question again? Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't thought you
The
talk to
question
me
was,
right now.
yeah, no, that's fine. The question was whether or not, like, how do we get our ideas for the story?
And then there was silence.
And then there was silence.
Mostly bench watching the whole season of Danny Phantom.
Right. So exactly. So the issue that I was facing when I first came on to the project was that I hadn't originally, you know, because I watched it as a kid, as pretty much anybody watched, like, you know, the Nickelodeon Cartoon Network slots that were in the mid 2000s. I watched it, but I never saw the vast majority of season 3 and only parts of season 2. Like I would only catch the reruns when they would start it up from the beginning. So I saw like the first 10 or 15 episodes. And then I would usually they would usually run like the big breaks of like their specials or whatever, or their freak zone, or freak show, like specials. I was like, oh, those were important episodes. The Dark Danny was an important arc to the show, but I pretty much never got like the gist of the vast majority of the show.
Puppy.
So I had to get a Hulu account when I started working on this project to like get a sense of what it was. And to my surprise,
Oh, man, I could have given you a website to see it for free. I mean, what?
I mean, the problem with that was I knew the exact same thing you're talking about. The problem with that is that there's such low quality like transfers or like archives. And what I wanted to do in the future was I wanted to have an archived collection of all the images that there were to the show, because we knew that I have had a picture for basically redesigning the backgrounds of everything in Amity Park. And, you know, I've talked offhand to G-Zone about this before, but I think there's an upcoming tool in the next year. It's an art tool, and it's basically what G-Zone does in 3 or 4 hours of 3D modeling for backgrounds. In this tool, you could do within 25 to 30 minutes and
Yeah, but
completely
will it be
finish
the
it.
same kind of nice quality is the question.
I'd say it's even.
Oh, yeah, I dare you to say in front of the artist it'll be better. I want to see
I
this
would
happen.
no. I would never say his skill is unparalleled, because there are things that Zone does that I think I couldn't do with an army of me's. Like he has taught me within a month that I've been working for him. He's taught me so many different things about posing, coding, like programming language that I've worked for a project like this where coding was required. And I sputtered and half-assed my way through that even. So G-Zone is like a master of what he's doing. But I think...
This is ass a little harder, do it.
I will smooch all his buns. But he is like this... he has the same fear that I have in that the equipment that we're going to be using... yeah, the equipment that we're going to potentially be using in the future may not be of the same quality. I wholeheartedly, in my gut, in my instinct, believe it will be.
Well, if you can find a demo version, I would strongly suggest trying a demo
you know what?
before you buy it.
I will mention. Well, it's something I'm going to get regardless because it's not a tool. It's believe it or not, it's a video game.
You have me interested, sir.
It's a Media Molecule, who are the developers behind Little Big Planet. At least the first two, the main ones.
Yeah.
The third one we heard wasn't good because it got handed off to a different studio.
Yeah, I like Little Big Planet. Even I stopped playing the third one.
Right. So people's complaint was that, well, I don't even know what people's complaint was, but basically Media Molecule took like a big hiatus to figure out what they wanted to do with that kind of like ingenuity and creativity. And they've created a new game called Dreams. And it's a game that I've been
I heard about that.
It's a game I've been looking forward to since I heard about it in like my sophomore year of college. And I've kind of been like a huge obsessed fanboy about it. And I've seen like even though there are so many different technical aspects to creating actual video games out of it, the primary, like for somebody like me or somebody like a G-Zone, the primary function I see for it is an unlimited tool for crafting and sculpting. Like you could take, for example, an entire asset that's already pre-built or pre-designed, like a Casper High School or a Fenton Works from the show, and you could build it live scale. And you could have interiors, you could have different lighting for skies, or you could have fluorescent items
Yeah, but that's
that
if
glow.
you're doing a completely different game than what you're doing right now.
Well, that's the issue is that I don't believe so because my thing is. Well, no, please, yeah, explain your side because I always want to be open to like criticism.
You're doing a visual novel, right?
Yes.
And I know you guys are trying. It sounds like you want to do something different than what normal visual novels do, which is fine. But you also have to remember. Well, let me ask, G-Zone, how do you feel about this new tool? Did he die again?
His dog's alive.
No, that's my dog.
Oh,
Miko.
okay.
Miko, quiet.
Well, I don't know. I'm used to the things that I'm doing now, and I actually don't really want to change anything at the moment.
And I understand that completely. But I've heard and seen the amount of work that he puts into it. Again, I didn't want to push the issue. If it wasn't going to be, it wasn't going to be.
Well, I would say like try it out. Play with it a little, but don't focus on that being your main thing for changing the game.
No,
do a side
absolutely.
game or something in that one if you want to do that, because I like the way you're doing the game so far, G-Zone, and I don't want to see you risking it. But I can see what you're saying, Mora, and I hope you guys do test it out and do something with that program if it turns out
Thank
to be
you.
that fun.
That's it.
Yeah, there's an absolute proof of concept, but what we're doing now is totally perfect for what we're achieving to do.
Yeah.
I just often see like, oh man, I'm amazed by this tool, and I see there being absolute potential. But what G-Zone does right now is perfect for what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to caress the whole interview.
Yeah, no,
to
it sounded like you were trying to put, and I'm not being mean. I'm not playing the devil's well, I guess I am.
No. Well, you are, but yeah, in a good way, in a positive way.
Yeah, I like the game. I do. And I remember some of the Danny Phantom show. I don't remember all of it. So playing the game again kind of got me interested in the show again.
Oh, yeah, to answer the original question that somebody had asked, basically I wanted to get the Hulu account just to get all the reference images that I could possibly gather from it. On the off chance that, down the line, the sculpting tool in Dreams became a reality beyond proof of concept. I wanted to have like this big archive before I decided, okay, well, I'm done with Hulu, so I'm going to delete this account. So yeah, my ideas predominantly, and our ideas for the story, they come from like, okay, we'll base off a portion of the episode or the update we're going to do off this particular episode, but we'll give it, we need to give it the little adult material twist to it. So instead of A happening in the show, we're going to have A, B happen in the show. So it's the same idea, but just a little bit more askew.
Go on. Sorry.
No, yeah, that was the end of my question. Or
Jisun, do you want to answer some questions? Because I know a lot of people are here to get to talk to you because they've never gotten to talk to you before.
People are tired of listening to me blabber, so let's get Jisun.
No, you're fine. It's just I want to get him out of his shy little shell.
10 out of 10. Best interview.
Okay, Jisun, I'm going to ask you, Happy Era asked, how do you start to do work on these spazzy games?
I have to figure out, I may have a strange lag.
Yeah, I was going to say, he seems to be really behind.
Do a conversation with you this way? This is
we try
a
Skype?
little bit confusing to me.
We might want to try something else, yeah.
I'll type it out so it's easier. So yay, more. Give us a second, guys. We're really trying here. We're just trying.
Sure, we can try Skype if that works.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, he got that message like pretty much immediately. So yeah, I think it's, for whatever reason, Discord is just being a bit laggy on our connection to him. So,
yeah. So I'm gonna set them up with Skype, guys. Give me 1 second. Please excuse the technical difficulties. This does happen when you're doing interviews with people from around the world. And yes, Happy Era, I saw your question first, so you are going to be the first one we ask. I'm just going to add him. Let me see. So while we wait for them, guys, don't forget we do have a GoFundMe going. Please check it out, and please use Streamlabs. Ish good. Good things happen if you use both. Good things happen. And also check out the Patreon. We actually just put up this month's Patreon art requests, and we do have the Halloween requests going right now, so you can request the girls and guys in some great Halloween or horror outfits. I don't know. I think one of the girls might look sexy as Freddy, or maybe you want him as Pinhead. You can just put in $1 and you get those requests right up. I'll put a link directly to the quest page. Make those horrors and make them as descriptive as possible. The more descriptive, the more chance you have of us doing a full-on picture for you. And you guys, of course, will get the highest quality copy of the pictures. 2 down, 10 to go. We've killed people. I guess I'll be answering your questions while they re-download it. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? Hold on. How do you do that? G or Google Hangouts? I just figured it out. I'm not completely retarded. I am a little bit. How do I do this? Guys, how the hell do I do this? I hate this. I hate this so much. You don't have any idea. Let me try something. How do you use Google Hangouts? Oh my fucking god, I'm retarded. Why did I get invited to the Skype chat? Hold on. This is fun. Sorry.
He's all alone up there, locked away inside.
Never says a word. Hope he hasn't died.
Something's up with Jack. Something's up with Jack.
Oh my god, we fixed part of it.
Yeah, there we go.
So, yeah, this is going well. Hi, everyone! Why are you trying to go on my cell phone? Fuck off. Not you. Oh, good, and now the chat's vanished. Oh, bloody perfect.
Huh.
So, rules of my streams, for those that are still new. If it can break, it will... Why isn't G-Zone in here?
I don't think he's given me... Because I think you pressed the my link, right?
I did, but it messed up, so I actually went and manually looked for your name.
Oh, okay. No, I just looked at my who I could call to, and you were one of the options, so I went with that.
Oh my god, someone actually sent me Attack Helicopter Dating Simulator. That'll be for later. You guys got spoiled on something that's going to happen in stream later on. So again, thank you all for your patience here.
Endless patience, people. Endless patience.
It happens with interviews that we didn't totally get, you know. I'm a smart person.
I think things are going wonderful.
Just remember, guys, go check out the GoFundMe we have. We desperately, desperately need help. It's not even a joke right now, in all seriousness. If you can check it out, even $5 is enough. We're trying to hit that goal. I know it's a very high goal, but it's a desperately needed one right now. Because court's kind of expensive.
Contacts.
We're just waiting for G-Zone. Sorry, guys. It's going to take a little while. The other chat is over on Twitch.
Okay,
Hi,
to help this out, I'm gonna
answer some of the questions while we work on
this. Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna make a call for questions. So if you haven't,
Can't wait to see Purity
Yeah.
lose her shit. You missed it earlier, Wicked. I already lost my shit.
anybody who has questions on Amity Park or questions I can possibly answer about myself as a creator or G-Zone as a creator, just pop in the chat, give us a little shout out. I'll be do my best to try and get to you. I can give $0. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, so go ahead and ask your questions. We're going to still try. We're trying desperately. Apparently, it's hard for people to talk to anyone in... There's 3 G-Zones. God damn it.
He wants to know, what does the G stand for in G-Zone?
Ghost?
It's Ghost. I did not, being a part of a Danny Phantom fan parody game, I would have maybe thought I would have pieced that together a little earlier.
There's so many G-Zones.
So do you make a living out of it? No, I don't make a living out of it. I haven't even received, we don't want to talk about money transfers or anything like that. But
There's so many G-Zones.
G-Zone does pay me, but this is the first month, so I have yet to be paid necessarily.
He gets paid in ghosts.
Yeah, I get paid in ghost coins. And,
there he is. I think I found him.
Those help me in the afterlife. But yeah, I do officially work for Amity Park, so no worries about that.
God, please let this be the right one.
How long did it take to make the game? Well, G-Zone, it's been since like June or July of last year since he's been working on it, and he actually rebooted the game. I like how I'm a G-Zone historian, like I know a little bit of the info.
Thank you for the pity bits.
He rebooted the game back in May of this year. And it's kind of been like, he didn't like the direction that it was going in necessarily with some of the dialogue, some of the way the story was progressing. Some of the way the story was progressing. So he just decided like, I'm going to reboot it and have like a new kind of story structure. And that's the structure we stick with now. And we've only had our second update in August. And so while this will be the 4th chapter, the 4th episode that we're releasing, it will technically only be the 3rd update of the new rebooted sort of thing. Maura, what is your game history? I've actually this one included, I actually have 3 credits in adult gaming. They're more so smaller ones, but I would attribute my main one to that of like the primary reason
Hold
I
on
have a
minute.
job.
Be right back. Let's see if I can get this to work. I'm trying one more time. I got it.
Hey
I
guys,
did it.
sorry about the whole tech issue.
No
It's
problem.
okay. Apparently other people said they're having problems with trying to contact people in Germany as well.
That's strange.
Did they build a wall around you guys or something?
A Berlin Wall.
This is so dead, so's the game.
This is not dead. We are well
they're
alive.
ghosts.
G-Zone's here now.
So
all things
G-Zone,
are
is there
good.
any lag or anything?
Not really, but how can I hear you on Skype? I mean, I have to listen to Twitch to hear you, so...
No, you
Oh,
should
no,
be able to go on to settings.
No, yeah, just turn off your YouTube and Twitch streams and just listen to us through Skype.
And it begins again.
So to go back to my question,
Yeah, but the issue is I can't really hear you and I don't know why.
That's weird. Hold on. Do you see the cog up, the call layouts and settings button up at the top near our images?
Could you repeat that?
Okay, so up at the top near our images, you'll see a cog button, and it's a settings button. You might want to check your settings for where your sound's coming from. In fact, I should actually do that too. Yeah, it works. We're trying, guys.
I'm going to go back to answering people's questions.
Alrighty, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
no.
Now I figured it out.
Wow.
Now I can listen.
I'm gonna go put my head on the desk. You just look at the chat rooms. No,
Okay,
it's good to finally get to talk to everybody without the.
Oh, thank God. Sorry about that.
Oh,
I
it's
think
fine.
there's no lag anymore.
good.
So now I get to go scroll. You finish your question, Maura. I'm gonna go.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna go find the other ones.
Okay. Yeah, so anybody we've just been answering small questions that kind of, during the downtime of this interview, the small amount of lag we've been having, which I'm glad we've covered and we finished now. The question I was answering had to do with my past history with gaming in terms of adult games. I have an esteemed credit, I would call it, in Uber Pie's Taffy Tales, in that I am the head proofreader of that game. That person, Uber Pie, is not a native English speaker as well. So I saw that he was making this game with some really good art, but I didn't think that the writing was like matching the kind of flow, the ebb and flow of like the natural English language. So I offered my help, and then I have a special thanks to credit as like my main attribute to that game, which then got me into my second job, which was actually a credit doing some. It was during the time that Giseki of A Town Uncovered was telling his Patreons how his suspension happened with Patreon and everything to do with the content that used to be there. And I was like, hey, you should. I work for a game that kind of does the exact same thing, where I'm transferring all the information. Basically, I just, turn it from the content that Patreon doesn't want into the content that they'll allow. So he was like, oh, cool. I just need that done with my code. So then that job happened. And then I got this job working at Amity thanks to the connection I had with Giseki, because G-Zone was like, oh, that sounds interesting, but who are your actual credentials? And I was like, oh, Giseki. And he's like, oh, he gave me some advice one time. So I appreciate that Australian mate I have in Giseki, because he's got me the position I'm in now. So that's the end of my question.
All right, so we do have a question for for G-Zone from Happy Era. So how did you guys start making an adult game? So basically the translation for that is, how did you get into wanting to do an adult game and why did you do it?
Well, my inspiration was Akaba at that time, and yeah, I just wanted to try it out. And since there was no Dayne Phantom game at that time, I just started with my first project. So this is basically the very first game that I'm working on.
So are you a big fan of Dayne Phantom?
Yeah, especially in my teen years, I think like everyone we watched the show and we liked it, and yeah, I'm still a very big fan of it.
So let me look at some. Xander asked, what's it like in Germany?
Well, it was better in the past, I would say. It's with the whole political issues nowadays.
Hmm.
But I guess it's maybe just because we were younger at the time and we just didn't really cared so much. But all in all, it's nice here. So I could recommend you to maybe spend the holidays here. It's nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I grew up in Germany, and it's been the loveliest place I've ever visited, but I only revisited there when I was in like my teens, and I was like 13 or so. So over a decade ago, it was just as lovely as I remember when I was a little boy. But I can imagine with the political problems that are happening. Yeah, it can be a tough place to live as an adult.
Well, nowadays I feel like the whole political issue is everywhere around the world. I mean, if I hear the news about the USA with Trump and everything, I don't know. I feel like you guys also don't really have it easy on your part.
No, but yeah, the problem.
Let's not get political, by the way.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Let's avoid that whole debate.
But let's look at some more questions. Well, Philip says, "Hey, it's finally good to put a voice to all the Patreon posts."
Thanks.
Now, what kind of got you in? So, do you have an idea for a game after this, or is right now you're just focusing completely on Dayne Phantom? A couple of people have asked this.
Actually, I have many game ideas, but at the moment I just want to get way more content out for Amity Park before I start a new project.
Fair enough. Let's see. Zero Matt says, how many people work on the game?
At this time, just 3 people. Me and Zamora and our animator.
Wow, just 3 people? That's
Yep.
actually
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's a small, I mean, because I don't have any communication really with our animator either, because he is basically like, I mean, he's like a weightlifter. Like, you just give him a task to do, and he just like powers through it and just creates this wonderful piece of art that we're making. Whereas, you know, like me and Zone have to collaborate on like what ideas we have to do with the story next, or what we're going to try and do with like the next update, or suggestions and ideas. We bounce ideas off each other. Whereas, and I've never known how to pronounce our animator's name. I feel like it's like Linsk, because it starts
Me
with an
too.
L.
I don't really know that.
We should have brought him.
he's-
We should have brought him in so we could ask him.
That's the problem is I think you asked him about it, Zone, and he just didn't seem interested because it's not like Amity Park is his like baby or anything.
Yeah, he's not really completely into the project. He does multiple ones at the time, but I mostly just commission him for animations, and he is fine with it. He just does it right away.
I
Yeah.
see.
So I would say the creative process is
They're
just
asking.
bounce.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
They're asking
No,
if you have a
it's-
YouTube channel.
Me or
Both of you, I
who?
guess. They're asking.
I don't have one.
I have one, but I don't care to. It's the same thing as I have a Patreon that's being made, but I have nothing to put on it. It's that whole thing I talked about dreams, where I said like eventually if I do start modeling, or if I did it for the game at all, it would all go from Twitch onto the YouTube channel just as an archive page. But I don't really see it being a thing that's necessary, or it's basically just the YouTube channel I use right now to communicate with people in the chats and stuff. But no,
There you go.
down the line maybe, but not right now.
Oh, now you want to work Nightbot. Sorry.
Nightbot's being troublesome.
It kind of is. So, Antrax asks, has a question. Will you guys be adding the Dayne Phantom female character in the game, or are you going to keep that a secret?
Could you repeat the questions? I
They're
didn't
asking
really
if you're
get
going to
it.
be putting the female Dayne character in
Ah,
it?
Dani, yeah, Dani.
yeah, not at the moment, but we are planning to.
See, spoiler!
And I still have to get to the rest of the Dayne Phantom, the show. I'm only like halfway through season 2, so I haven't even reached Dani yet. So that's a spoiler for me as well. I'm aware.
If you watch the show, she also comes into the show very late. So at this moment, I think it's not the right time to put her in the game.
It was basically I had tested to the same thing that happened with Fairly Odd Parents in terms of like the how Poof kind of saved the show towards the end of like one of their seasons. They brought Poof in, and then that reinvigorated the show, and it continued on as long as it did afterwards. But yeah, Dani didn't quite pick up as much steam as just using regular Dayne Phantom. But yeah, like Zone said, anything's possible.
So, next question is, let's see. Viking asks, are you guys going to do a Teen Titans game after you finish Amity Park?
Maybe.
That's an idea, yeah. There's not, other than I think like something Unlimited, there's not too many DC related. Are there?
I've done like 3 or 4 different ones. I don't know if any of them have finished. I think Something Unlimited is one of the closest to actually being, fully fleshed out and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Most of them are just kind of not knockoffs, but quick like one-shots. Like I think I saw one Raven game before, and I said, oh, if you fleshed it out a little bit, that'd be something or other.
I think I saw 2 games of Teen Titans, but mostly just 1 or 2 updates, so not really much content at that time.
So does anyone else have any questions? Now everyone's like, we already asked our questions. Go scroll up.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Re-answer everybody's questions if you haven't gotten it answered.
Yeah, if you've already asked a question, please ask it, because this has been a fun interview that I'm going to enjoy editing. Kill me.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I have a question, G-Zone.
Yeah, sure.
And I think I know the answer already, but do you ever intend on using, or let's say you were at the status where you could afford it, would you ever imagine putting voice actors in the game?
Yeah, sure. But the problem is that they're expensive at the moment, so we can't really afford it.
I can imagine.
But it would be nice. It would be a nice feature to have
I'll give you a discount.
one time.
We do need Tucker Phantom or Tucker Foley voiced by Purity. I think that'd be the best.
Oh, you just want to hear him sounding like this the entire time.
I want everybody to suffer and
I have to actually close off my windpipe just to do that voice.
Exactly. It's draining, and we want to pay for every penny to.
Hey, I'll do it if I can get some artwork. That's all I charge.
I think about. Oh, sorry.
You will get a few things in the next update.
Sweet. I'm actually looking forward to the next update. You guys are doing one of the only games I'm actually really enjoying playing, which that sounds horrible, but getting burned out is actually kind of common. So what do you want?
Thanks. It's very appreciated.
I read that, Xander, I swear, and I didn't mean to. It's just because I'm tired. I read that as I love that voice you do for fucker.
I'm going to read this question out loud for me and Zone. Tatsun Daisuke asks, what's your most favorite hate and support comments? And I imagine they're just asking, like, what's the best things we get in terms of compliments and what's the worst thing we get?
Oh, yeah. What's the worst thing
Like,
you guys get as insults? Those are always fun.
well, you know
I
what?
don't really have one in my mind at the time. The most annoying comments are mostly just, when is the next update out? When is the next update out? This is the most troubling part on this whole project, but all in all, I don't really have a bad comment.
I would say that, I mean, yeah, especially when we've posted posts like describing when our next update is most likely going to be, and that can change at any point. But we always let people know like when it's happening, and we still get those comments all the time.
Guys, you don't understand. When's the next update coming? I need to know
It's
right
not.
now.
It doesn't. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's coming out tomorrow. Let's just say that, and then every day we'll just put up a new Patreon post saying sorry, we're delaying it.
Oh, man, I would love to see the reaction to that, but I don't think you guys would survive long enough if you did it.
Well, most likely, and I hope we will get it done, but maybe next weekend. So not this weekend, but maybe next week.
G-Zone keeps saying that.
Hopefully.
Yeah, G-Zone keeps. We got to put a strong hopefully on that, because while it's great for me because I don't work at the moment. I'm a graduate with a BS in communications, so I'm just lounging around at my old house, and I work on this like from afternoon to the late AM.
I just looked at the chat and I saw when's the next update after the next update.
We don't know
great, now
yet.
they're just going to start spamming when's the next update. I'm so sorry for what's about to happen to your Patreon, because you know they're going to do it.
I'd love if when's the next update becomes solely just a meme for Amity Park. That'd be great.
You heard that, guys. Start making that a meme for the game. Just start doing fan art and stuff of just like Danny or one of the characters going, when's the next update?
That would be funny.
I'd like it if other Patreons started getting comments like that, and then somebody mentioned like, "Get out of here, Amity, Amity Park." No, I would say, my thing about the comments, and it's different for me because people are always, I'm on the F95 forums a lot because I want to let, for any game I pretty much am a part of, which consists of, Amity Park and Taffy Tales. And so the main comment, I never get it on this game. Everybody gives me nice compliments for what I've rewritten since I started in August. But the thing I get the most is from the other game is, why is the protagonist so unlikely? Why are you writing him so badly? And I'm like, I don't. For Taffy Tales, everybody hates.
Doesn't seem that bad to me, not compared to stuff like Summertime Saga. That's right, I said it.
People don't like. How do you not like the MC? When I think of MC, pure boy MC, I think Summertime Saga. He's just a nice gentleman. I think.
There's just something about Summertime Saga's writing I can't stand.
He's a bit aloof, but I appreciate the
I think it's the way he writes, like, and I've said it, it's one of the things I can't stand the most with, and I see this way too much in these games because I have to do way too many of these. I don't like it when you write every other character unlikable.
Right.
It drives me nuts. It just seems like such a bad cliche that needs to stop.
The problem with the Taffy Tales thing is that people don't like, because the thing about that game that I thought was interesting was that, accident, you got to, within like 5 minutes of your game, you got to figure out, okay, it's like I was in speech in high school and like I did creative expression. And within like the first minute, you have like 8 minutes to perform that. In the first minute, you have to establish like, okay, what's happening, what the plot is, and what the hook of your creative piece is. With the thing with Taffy Tales, it's like, oh, he got hit by a car. He's got like a split personality. He can do mischievous, evil, not evil, but sort of, based on what I've read, sort of evil stuff. And I worry about the trend of games having too jerky of protagonists. That's why I think it's great to have an established IP like Danny Phantom, where I go, okay, well, Danny Fenton wouldn't do something so outlandish as X, Y, or Z. I can cut back on that sort of idea. It's nice because it kind of grounds me. But I don't do the writing for Taffy Tales. So when I get comments like, oh, the bully character is so unlikable. I hate him. I hate the MC too. He's just such a wimp, or
But
he's such a
I
jerk.
didn't have a problem, like, with Taffy Tales from what little I played. I didn't have a problem with the main character. I actually liked the split personality thing, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That was actually pretty fun.
It'll either be your thing or it won't. But I think, based on how much I think you've played, it's only going to get worse. Not bad as in like quality. It's only going to get worse in terms of like his. Man, I've
I will be
written
doing
and
more of it,
proofread.
just not right now since I've got a full plate right now.
I've written and proofread some things that have made me go, my God, I work for this for free. Isn't this
No, that's when
interesting?
you go
Isn't
to
this
that's when you go to to your boss and go, okay, you're gonna need to pay me just to do this work right here.
That's the funny thing is that as soon as that happened, not to go on a huge tangent about Taffy Tales, because without Uber Pie and without his game Taffy Tales, I wouldn't be working for Amity, and Amity Park wouldn't be like the kind of like engine that we're trying to make it right now. But my issue with that is that it's not really an issue. It's just what happened is I went to Uber and said like, hey, I know I started free, and I knew from the beginning I was going to be working for free, just for fun because I was still in college. And I was like, hey, if you want me to work on this kind of stuff, I think you're going to have a problem with like not even just me, but Patreon having an issue with some of the content you're putting in here. Like there was some stuff that you couldn't like, a filter or a patch wasn't going to like get around. Patreon was going to be like, no, this is X content and you can't put X content in here. So I was like, that's your prerogative, but I just want you to let you know it's kind of making me feel a little weird about it, because I was like, it's fantasy. I understand the whole
Yeah, but even
thing.
then, like, I play games where I've done games where the recordings never hit anybody. Like, I've never shown the recordings because I just was not comfortable with the game. There are points where anybody is going to be to that point where it's just like, I don't really feel comfortable with this.
Right. And the issue there was I was just like, I'm just letting you know that eventually, unless I were to start getting paid for them, eventually I am going to want to progress out of, and I never considered it a blackmail tactic, but I was like, this is kind of weird that it's happening this way. But I was like, eventually we both knew I was going to probably want to split and start doing my own stuff. By this time, I don't think I was even in contact with G-Zone. So it was just coincidental. It kind of like I found a different avenue. But he was like, oh, that's totally cool. I understand. And then he explained to me like, oh, this X content you're worried about isn't going to be put into the end of the game. And I was like, okay, for the sake of like the game, sure, I don't have a problem with that. But about the payment, he's like, his statement, and I don't understand how this is possible, Purity, but he said, I don't pay anybody who works on my game. And
okay, that seems like a really, really bad decision.
I also don't really know how he can actually do this.
That's my
I
thing.
don't really know how people want to work for him for free. I mean, no offense, Mora, but for at least a few months, you wouldn't really want to work for free if you don't really guarantee to get at least some money.
I had a comic shop here that did that once, and they ended up out of business.
Right. And that's the issue with me is I said like, my issue, my personal thing was from the beginning, I said like this guy, when he was starting out, he had $100 a month. I was like, this guy's not going to be able to pay me what the content I'm doing for.
Everyone's saying that's a red flag.
It is. Well, here's the problem. It's not a red flag for Uber because he from the very beginning stated this. And I was just assuming like, okay, like, well, what if on the off chance later down the line when he's developed his game, could he pay somebody? And his answer at the time was like, no. And I was like, okay, I totally understand that. But unless there's some sort of incentive for me to keep working on this game, I'm probably just going to leave. No offense. And he's like, I totally understand that. He's giving me full reign to like leave whenever I want. I just decide not to leave. But it's because he owes me, not owes me, but he's promised me the artwork that I've commissioned for him for my own benefit and sake. And we're going to potentially, as soon as his update comes out, we're going to be doing some cross promotion between our games. So it's not like I'm trying to red flag this guy and make everybody see him as a jerk because he's not. I owe everything to Uber Pie. And I have this isn't me being held hostage or anything.
Blink twice if you are being held hostage.
It's in blink. It's an interesting situation to be in, certainly. And I wouldn't recommend anybody live this if you need to work to make a living. But I have no debt from college.
As
I
a
have
writer, I couldn't imagine just, all right, I'll do it for free. Well, then again,
not
I've done it and bad things happen, so.
well, to me from the beginning stages of working for him, I said like this is an avenue and kind of a interest that I have. I discovered like, oh, I kind of like writing for this stuff and developing this sort of work. And I knew from the beginning that I was going to at least have a credit. And I said, okay,
Sometimes that's
sure.
all you need, because you can use it on your resume.
That's all I wanted to have from the beginning of it. And I now have that. I have an established credit, and that got me to A Town Uncovered, and A Town Uncovered got me to Amity Park. So I think everything's in the clear in terms of what I want to have had happened. And I only started working for him start of mid-March, so no real big skin off my nose. And I have a big nose, so.
Okay, so we do have another question from Antrox for G-Zone. One more question. Will the guys add Ember, McLean, and Desiree to the game? You might want to say, you might just want to say wait and see, honestly. I know, because they tell me spoilers, but I'm not telling any of you.
Well, if you really want to know this, but spoiler, Desiree will be in the next update. We don't really know when we might add Ember into the game, but next update will be a huge Desiree update.
We used to have an idea because the update we're putting out now is going to be the third update, but it's the fourth chapter, and we're doing this kind of in episodic things. So the fourth chapter, as we just stated, is going to be Desiree. And then we had an idea of what we were going to do with episode 5, but just last night, actually, me and G-Zone had a conversation about changing the flow, because he had a new idea, and so we decided to make the 5th chapter something different than what originally was going to be. So I don't know where that leaves us in chapter 6, but we are planning ahead, and we are planning,
Yeah,
we've got we're servicing the fans in more than one way. We're servicing them in a positive manner, I think, by like listening to them and going like, okay, people want Desiree, let's make a good Desiree update. And I think I would just say if I were not working for G-Zone, like if I hadn't started looking at his stuff just offhand a month ago, I don't think I would have necessarily been super inclined to contribute my support for the game. Having seen what we are going to put out just in this next update, I would have been like, oh, wow, look what they've done to this game. I'm totally going to put my support in. And that's just like me vouching for my amazement of what we've been able to accomplish in a month and a half. I've been like a big Amity Park fan as like a guy who has to write it. I'm like, oh man, this is a great game.
The writer's a big fan, you don't say.
Yeah.
The only issue with adding a new character is I don't really want to add a new character too soon, like we did with Desiree the last time. That's why I try to give this game a better flow than it had before.
Did you hear that, guys? Sorry, you won't be seeing Lily or Miko in the game. I'm kidding. Let's see. Let's look at some other questions. Okay, Moko said, are these guys the reason Butch Hartman became a massive Christian? Of course he played their game, and he was just like, this is sinful, I gotta go.
He basically said, this is not God's work. I need to devote myself to something else. And that's why he left Nickelodeon. That's why he left Nickelodeon. It's all G-Zone's fault.
Don't blame it on me.
I will certainly.
Now we're going to start a terrible rumor. But, somebody already started the hashtag, when's the next update? Wonderful, go spam it on Twitter. Please don't pin me on that one. Don't at me for that.
That's the problem, is that we're now going to have like a kind of a blanket meme where it needs to be ghost, me. I like everything to do with Amity Park be ghost related, so.
Well, it makes sense, and I do agree the slowly adding characters and making them make sense to come in and stuff. It works. It's a good idea. Just throwing them in there is a really terrible, terrible idea. Like,
especially if you look at the way the last update with Desiree that used to have Desiree in, what was it, G-Zone? It was like she did the exact same thing that Octopus now does to Dash in the game, where he possesses him. She basically turned him into Monster Dash,
I
which
wanna
was
see-
original.
Oh
Right.
man, she's gotta possess him and turn him into cross-dressing Dash. That'd be better.
It turned. It was and that's an originally a Spectra idea that the mosquitoes got into Dash and all the students at the school and turned them into ghost monsters. So that's where that model comes from. So we like carrying ideas over from different aspects and just fitting them where we think they'll fit. But originally it was like Desiree comes in and then Danny immediately he does like what he should have done in the show. He just immediately wishes that she goes inside the thermos, and then it was like, oh, I guess Desiree's now Danny's slave. And we were like, oh, I was like, as a player originally, I was like, oh, this is kind of nice, but it is like Jisung's been saying, it is like the pacing of the original game was like, oh, okay, we're kind of just rushing into, we're
Yeah.
putting characters in just for the sake of putting characters in. Whereas now, as
Oh
as Dra-
no, Akko, no, you stop that right now.
what's he doing?
So people had Bowsette. Well, we have Dashette.
Oh,
Was it?
oh no.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully never.
I kind of want to see it.
Oh god, I'm really trying to
See,
push
the
that
problem
off.
is you guys are now mentally picturing it, and you've ruined yourselves for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no, that's god.
So, Alice, someone did ask that. They said they were not sure yet if they're going to add her in.
Who, Ember or what was it?
The Danny clone.
No, we will add it, but we won't know when at the time.
Yeah, it's like the same issue with the Ember McLean thing. It's just when the structure comes, the structure will come. We just thought Desiree was a good ghost to put into.
Well, she
The
was
next
an early
update.
ghost anyway, and it seems like right now
Yeah.
you guys are trying to go in order, which actually would make more sense.
Yeah, we've got certain things like Johnny and Kitty. I don't think appeared until after Desiree. But it's predominantly our ideas are like what season 1 type stuff. Like you won't see a Dark Danny update for quite a while or anything like that. You won't see who's the G-Zone? Who's the clock guy? What's his name?
Clockwise, I think.
Clockwise, yeah. Clockwise won't be a character that gets because we can't imagine the issue we have. I think is if
You can
we
always come
introduce
to
a
me, I'm
character
a writer.
is if we have to introduce a character like character who's got
There's
significant
no
power.
way you guys got the hashtag trending.
We have to incorporate something like better than just they show up, they battle, and then that's the rest of it. That's why there's an actual Tucker arc that kind of closely resembles the original show's arc from the Desiree episode in this next update, because we said like, okay, if this character is going to show up, it's got to have some substance and kind of be like a mini episode of the show. With just a strong perverted twist towards the middle, beginning, and end. So
You guys are
That's
nothing
basic.
but perverts. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I am joking. You should be proud of yourselves.
I mean,
It's just what the audience wants, so we will give it them.
That's right. We know. What do you guys want? Give a shout out in those chat rooms what you want to see in the game, and maybe they'll think about it.
Do people have any more questions? I'm actually really interested in.
Yeah,
getting
give us your
people's
thoughts, guys. Now we finally got this damn thing working.
What about the hunter that was on the show? Skulker, right?
I believe. Oh, he would actually
Yeah,
be
right.
funny to do if you make him kind of really funny. Moko, you get out of the
Skulker-
chat room right now.
Skulker is probably one of my favorite ghosts because he's not really a ghost. He's a robot inside of a. He's just a little. He's like a Men in Black character. He's like a little green monster inside a ghost robot suit.
He could be a big thing for your later, like a big finale thing before another like a major update. If you guys end up using him,
I hope he wouldn't be put in too late in the game because he's one of my favorites.
have him in
Obviously,
the background doing stuff with. Oh, see, you know what? I have some ideas, but I can't. I don't want to spoil it on stream.
mhm.
I'm
The
sorry.
right-
I'm a writer. It happens.
We have to quickly plug our Discord. We do have an ideas section that we hope people like a little ideas topic tab that we hope people will jump into and just provide us their ideas. People want us to. There's a strong semblance from
I'm
some
the
of our
biggest
fans.
pervert here. Not really.
They want people. They want us to kill off Jack immediately.
Yeah, that's
Why?
weird.
I don't understand. Jack's like my favorite. Maybe next to
People don't like this. A lot of people don't like stupid characters. That's why.
Vlad Masters. He may be my favorite character from the whole
See, now
show.
you guys have to write an entire story arc of just Jack, just to annoy all of them.
Yeah, we will. We'll do from now on. We'll do the rest of the game where Danny does possession on Jack. So it won't really be Danny. It'll just be Jack the whole time. People will have to see his naked body.
Oh,
So
do you know how mad they? I kind of want to see it just because of how mad everyone would get.
No.
Box Ghost is in the game, isn't he?
The
Yeah,
Box
yes.
Ghost is in the game. Yes.
I did
He's a
an
good
episode
character.
with Box Ghost. Oh, that's the next episode. You guys haven't seen it. That'll be up tonight. You guys will see Box Ghost tonight.
A Box Ghost funny. Do you think
I'm
we
almost
should
done.
talk about the next update, G-Zone? Just a
No,
small.
don't spoil it for them. Just give them a little bit of a taste.
Okay.
Maybe a little hints, but not really everything.
Right. We got to keep everything. We got to keep the
You gotta
vast
make it
majority of
yummy
stuff
so that they want to keep coming back and watching my videos. I mean,
But go-
so that they support you guys on Patreon. That's it.
Right. To be fair, there's a character in the game currently that you guys can play on our Patreon. There is a character that is labeled the Box Ghost already, so there may be more stuff down the line with him, but who knows? Who knows?
Wait, how have you guys not even noticed Box Ghost?
People seem to like. I've watched other Let's Players and they go like, oh, this guy's a weird looking guy. And his name is the Box Ghost. And you would think that'd be a big tip off. But not everybody who plays our game or does like videos of our game has played or watched Danny Phantom as a kid.
Oh, I
That's
see
what-
how it is. You're cheating on me with other Let's Players. Oh, I
That's
see
what,
how it is.
yeah. You're,
Sorry about that.
No,
Yeah,
it's
we're-
okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm an open Let's Player. I allow it. I allow open relationships in this kind of thing. This is going to bite me in the ass, voice clip wise.
I would hate for not no that was a weird way to start that sentence. I found it very strange when I first joined the project and I started looking at the forums. In the beginning of the forums of like F95, they say like, "Oh, what is this game? Is it based off something? Like I might be old, but who is Danny Phantom?" And that blew my head off a bit because I was like, "Aren't the kids that should be playing this like my age or just slightly old enough to remember Danny Phantom?" It's a strange.
It was only early
strange
2000s.
comment.
It's not that old of a show.
It was a period between 2004 and 2007. So I would have been 8 when the show.
No, do not
came out.
ship us. Stop that right now.
I would have been 8 when the show came out. So like, I don't know. Maybe it was too young of a show. Like maybe the demographic was just too young of kids. But I remember it fully. And everybody seems to still love Sam for being a gothic chick. So
You
I
gotta
don't
love
know.
the goth chicks. Why do you think some Raven and some of the other girls on my thing are favorites? And don't you act like you don't know. I know you're a patron.
Looking for my questions. Hashtag when is the next? Oh, God damn.
I like that's the first question you went
Oh
for.
man.
Oh no.
What about Red Hunter that was in love with Danny but hated the Phantom version?
Valerie. Valerie is also one of my favorite girls from the show because
Don't
she
give
was
them
thick.
too much spoilers about who might end up in there and who might not.
I don't know. I mean, I can speak about it because I personally, me and G-Zone have never talked about Valerie. So as an interest of mine, but I don't know. That'd be a question for G-Zone specifically.
Well, she's not really my favorite character, so that's also a reason why she's not in the game at the moment.
Right? Yeah. We have
Well, I would think the
conflict.
Hunter would come in later when Danny's a bit more well known.
Yeah, exactly. We need to potentially work out how quickly we bring out the whole Vlad Masters secret. We haven't revealed that to Danny or any of the characters in the game yet. So it's a possibility down the line, but we need to peer into that section of the mystery of the game before we even bring out a second Ghost Hunter. It'd be fun to do though, because she's I'm
There's
imagining
a couple of ideas
model.
I would have for like Vlad and her and some of the other ghost hunters, but I'm gonna let you guys do your thing because it seems like it's been good so far.
I think. Wait. Okay. Someone's answering my question about they were 30 something when the show came out. 40-something when started drawing from it. Go figure. Okay, so people are there, just older gentlemen, older ladies that enjoy our games. So even though if they never watched the show, who knows? Wait, 30-something? Oh, yeah, well, it would have been 10 years, so that makes sense. How do you get Patreon?
Well, hold on. I'll show
When
you
it-
guys my Patreon. Because I didn't
When
get
is Shrek making an appearance, Jizon?
Maybe never.
You don't
Maybe
want
for
Danny to
Halloween.
go to a swamp?
Maybe we will make a Halloween special for that. Who
Yeah.
knows? We are still looking for ideas for that.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, seriously, go check out their Patreon, which will hopefully be linked when I put this up on YouTube later. And go to their Discord. Go bug them on Discord and just start using hashtag when's the next update.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to spend some time, just a quick little announcement. I'm going to create some sort of voice channel just to pop myself in. Because the off chance that people still have more questions down the line or later on, not even just today, if in the future you guys want to ask some questions, I'll be sure to pop in there. Because I like this kind of format of just answering questions. I feel like I do feel bad that we didn't test this ahead of time because we could have... We might have actually ended earlier because we would have just been like, all right, we answered all the questions and now we're done. You guys enjoy all the drama that gets put into Skype not working and
Yeah,
Skype,
this is gonna be a fun
Sorry
one to
about
edit.
that.
Skype worked, I guess.
No, it happens. So we're gonna do a few more questions because I do unfortunately have to get going. So we may do another interview with no issues next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're asking how do they get your Discord?
I'll put a little, and then again, the links don't work, do they?
They should. I have it so that it should allow links.
I thought for a second that they didn't. I'll
No,
quickly
you see
share a
Nightbot's
little.
posting a link.
All right, I'll post a little, just a quick link for an invite for the next, like a day or something, in both the Twitch and the YouTube channels. So don't worry about that.
Don't you worry about that. So guys, you have 3 more questions you can do. Other than that, so how are you two doing? And G-Zone, stop overworking yourself into being sick or I'm going to yell at you like I do that certain bear.
He's like my dad. I don't want him to stress himself out because he thinks he needs to pay the electric
Oh, great.
bill.
Make him sound old.
No, I mean, yes.
I think I'm just 5 years older than you. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So calling him Pop, he sometimes, I see I can't see his face ever, but I can tell when he's rolling his eyes when I call him Papa Zone or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
really?
actually true.
Poor guy. G-Zone, you poor thing.
I know. He's out of his depth because he keeps trying to give everybody what they want, but he never thinks about himself. He's too much of a good papa.
All right, are
He
we
doesn't
sure you're
think
not the
so.
Russian bear in disguise?
No.
No, not really.
He's just another good developer that
Seems like a
thinks
lot
too-
of you developers are that wonderful. So, if you guys could say anything to your fans right now, and this is an open forum, you guys can say whatever you want, and I'm just talking to you two. What would you like to tell your fans to do or to stop doing?
Well, the obvious thing is please stop always asking when is the next update, but
Yeah, I'm sorry for what's going to happen.
You're very welcome to come to Discord and share your ideas or just comment about the game or what do you like, what do you dislike. I'm always open for suggestions, or your opinions about it, so you're welcome for that.
What would I say to everybody? Well, I wouldn't say even what to do or what they shouldn't do. My message to them is on the off chance that they have played Amity Park in the past necessarily. If they have done in the past and they weren't impressed with it or they didn't think it was what they wanted to do in terms of their contributions or their support, I would say check out this next update that we're going to have because I think that's going to be the consistent level of brand new features, brand new H scenes, whole new character interactions and the way we structured it. And even the old stuff that you've seen before is going to be completely different because the dialogue is totally new. It's totally refreshed. I credit myself a little bit on that regard to say we fleshed out some of the interactions with the old characters and stuff. So if you haven't tried it, try it. If you tried it before and thought it was okay or you didn't really like it, just try it one more time because I think I think you guys are really going to be impressed with the stuff we have coming up.
Now for the most important question. Who is your favorite YouTuber?
I think I know what I should say, but
The smart answer would be
I don't really have one at the time.
I'm kidding. You know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like all you do is work, G-Zone. You need to take a break.
We don't need
And
we don't need
I'm actually on a break from my real job, but
all he
I
does is
still
work.
have a
All he
lot
does
to
is
do
work.
at
He
home.
works himself to the bone. It's frustrating.
But he makes a good game at least. At least
Yeah,
he's working
and-
with passion.
Yeah, and then he's just a compassionate pile of bones at his work desk because he's just dead.
We have a resurrection spell. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I want to thank you two for joining us. Hopefully we can do another one of these maybe in the future since we now know what works with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So people are asking what's behind G-Zone, what's behind your name, and how did you come up with it? That'll be the last question of tonight.
I
You
don't
can't put
really
the link, give it
understand
to
the
me, I'll put
question.
it up.
What's behind the game? It's mostly just based after
No, your name.
the show. My name. I
It's
think
just Ghost Zone, right?
Yeah, it's Ghost Zone. I just wanted to do this game, and so I named myself after it a little bit.
There we go. So now you guys know, and again we'll have these guys on in the future with hopefully no issues. And I want to thank you two for joining us. It was a lot of fun, and I guess I'll talk to you guys on Discord. I'm going to get going, so fans, later on tonight we're going to be doing a VR stream with my big brother, which will be fun.
Ooh. Where are you guys going to be playing?
We're going to be doing some horror. We've got a couple of surprises. I'm not going to say, but it's going to be fun because I'm going to be doing, well, the Batman, the Arkham VR game, and he's
Oh.
going to be doing a couple of horror games if he doesn't fall asleep over there because he's waiting for me.
Okay.
So once again, thank you guys for joining us. It was a lot of fun, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for
All right.
having us.
Absolutely.
All
We
right.
should come back on again. It was fun.
Yeah, hopefully we won't have the problems we did last time. And you guys are free to come on whenever you want.
I love that.
Thanks. Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
And for my fans in the chat room, thank you guys for joining us. This video is going to be up unlisted for a little while, and then it's going to go down so I can go ahead and edit it and stuff. But thank you all for joining me. I'm going to be going. I'll be back later tonight with another stream. You guys are going to meet a new streamer on the channel, which will be a lot of fun. I want you guys to razz the shit out of them. And you're going to see me doing some VR games for you guys. So I'll see you guys later on tonight. Bye. And don't forget, check out the GoFundMe, check out the Patreon, and all the links in the description. Bye.